Starting. Hello, everybody. We are live for the third time tonight. We'll put it here. And this one seems to work better.
Or sideways again. How did you get it so the bubble was on the other side?
Did this. And this. Interesting. Awesome. Hello again, everybody. We're live for the fourth time tonight. We're trying to get this thing figured out. I think we got it. I don't know. Again, I'm not going to keep whining about how difficult it is to be live on YouTube, so we're just going to smile and be happy. So everybody, we were already live once tonight. Tried that out. But we don't think our viewers and all of our fans are actually getting any kind of an alert saying that we are online. So we tried to create an event which should show that we are live for everybody to see. But that didn't seem to help either. So I don't know what's going on. So we just decided to come on here again. If anyone wants to ask any questions, definitely we'd love to give this a try and get it working for sure.
Tune in.
Yeah, I'm just going to change some of this information, so maybe if Crystal wants to tell you what she was up to all day today.
Oh, I was counting puzzle pieces. Yeah, we picked up a bunch of puzzles at our local Value Village, and yeah, I think we have, how many? I don't know. 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
They each have 1,000 pieces in them, so I'm up to 5,000. So I think I only have a couple more thousand to count. So yeah,
Only a couple more thousand.
So that's been time consuming. That's what's kept me busy for a few hours.
Yep.
So do we actually have watchers? If we have watchers, could you maybe leave a comment?
Yeah, shoot us a line. Let us know that you're on there for sure. We're just going to change some information here, but that we are live now. It does let us share it, so maybe we'll share it. I'll do that right now too. We have a Facebook page, so everyone's more than welcome to go and like it as well.
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you are watching right now, just want to maybe give us a hello. Maybe, perhaps. So we don't feel like we're alone.
Nope. I'm scared of them.
Okay.
All right, well, anyways, today, again, we did some thrifting, some FBA. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go through it all again. But, I don't know. Just trying to get this thing working and not seeing any comments. So we got a couple watchers and no one's saying anything. So I'm not really sure if it's working or not. But, so what's your best thrifting story? Let's hear a good thrifting story for you. I've worked in hoarder houses where you basically climbed up to the top of the pile and worked your way down, just trying to dig out the good stuff. I love picking in barns in the summer when, you know, you have to climb the ladders and get up into the rafters. That's a lot of fun. Yard sales are going to be great this year. It's still like freezing. Crystal said it's supposed to go down to -12 again tonight. So yard sales just seem like they're so far off right now. But yard sales will be good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've really amped up our business. We've really, I've been doing this for about 16 years now. And I started just by myself. My first thing, sold a Nirvana ticket, got couple $100 for it, and ever since I've just been trying to continue to do that. I'm sure everybody out there has that one awesome story about thrifting, and mine was a beer stein one time I picked up, which you've probably heard about, and the Nirvana ticket you heard about as well in another video. But I think everyone has that one cool story. But I also worked at a flea market for, geez, about 6 years. So I was doing my own eBay as well as working, doing the eBay for the store. And some of the stuff we got through there was really cool. We got, geez, just about everything and anything you could think of, from like dinosaur bones, pocket watches that were presented to really high up whatevers in Egypt when they first built the railroad. That was really cool. I'll tell a funny story while we're waiting for people to come in. I remember a friend of mine, Steve. He used to put things on eBay, but he didn't know how to do it, so he just had me doing it for him. And one day, I went up to my desk. I had my own little office, and I kept complaining that my butt was hurting from sitting on the chair. And I said, I want like a stool because it, this chair's not cutting it. I need a stool. I need to sit higher. So the owner and the owner's partner, he said, yeah, okay, we'll get you a stool. So anyways, I went up it was like a Monday morning. I go upstairs, and there's this new stool sitting there, and I thought, this is awesome, a new wood stool. So anyways, I sit on the stool, and I'm working away. I get in at like, 8:30 in the morning, and it was about 11 o'clock, and I hear somebody coming up the stairs, and it's Steve. And Steve says to me, hey, Evan, did you see what I left you? And I said, no, what did you leave me? And he says, oh, it's behind the desk. And I'm looking, and I don't see anything behind the desk. And he says, I think you're sitting on it. And I said, oh, you bought me this stool. I said, thanks, Steve, that's awesome. He was a woodworker as well, so I figured he found it somewhere in his travels. And so anyways, he says, no, that's not a stool. He says, that's like a plant or a pot holder from 1840. And the things were something like $2,000. And he says, it's like so delicate. So I got off it pretty quickly, and we put it on eBay we didn't ship it. We didn't want to ship it. We did a local pickup only, and it sold again within a couple hours because this thing was so rare, and a lot of collectors out there for that stuff. So that was a pretty funny story, sitting on a $2,000 plant stand thinking it was a stool. I don't know. Other than that, like, so many stories. If you guys want to hear more stories, let me know. I love telling stories. I can go on and on and on all night, but I won't. I don't know. Let's talk about FBA. Today we sold another thing, our second thing on FBA. So it was funny because we actually decided to go out and shop for FBA. So we went out, we're shopping for the FBA, and as we were shopping for FBA, we had an FBA sale. So that was awesome. Kind of motivated us too. So I came home, and my thing was, I gotta go through, we have 62, 63 boxes, somewhere in around there, full of Amazon, eBay, and Etsy items. Probably looking at about 3,000 items in total right here. So I started to go through our stock, take a look and see what we can send to FBA that just hasn't been moving on eBay. Maybe might do good on Amazon. So I've put together a box for Amazon.com and a box for Amazon.ca. One of the items, we won't tell exactly what it is. A lot of people, I guess, they tell what they're selling, and then people just go out and buy the same thing, and then it gets overpopulated on Amazon, and then it doesn't sell for anyone. But one of them is just like a travel mug. We scanned it at one of the local stores here, just kind of as a, I don't know, chance. I scan everything. There's the saying ABC in sales from my Future Shop training, which is always be closing. And we changed that saying to ABS, like the car ABS, and it's always be scanning. So I picked up the travel mug, I scanned it, and it goes for like $20. And at the dollar store, everything at the dollar store now is $4. It's now the $4 store. But this was actually like $2.50. I think it wasn't the full $4. I don't think, was it? I know a few things we picked up were $2.50 today, so I thought that was one of them. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But anyway, so we're gonna send one to Amazon.ca and one to Amazon.com, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll make some money on that stuff. And it's nice getting an alert from Amazon saying your item sold, and now you don't have to do anything. You just get the money. So that's great. Gotta love that. We just have to watch we don't send in a lot of junk that isn't going to sell, or else we're going to get a bunch of fees, and that's going to suck because Amazon has just implemented that new rule that if it sits for a certain amount of time, you have to start paying for rent. You're renting your spot at Amazon, so that's no good. Yeah. So other than that, bought a bunch of puzzles today. Went to the thrift store, walked in. Did we already go through that this time? We've done this recording like so many times now, but anyways, we walked in the local thrift store, bought about 10 puzzles.
Yeah.
8 to 10 puzzles, paid $1.99 each. They scan anywhere from $40 to $80, and some aren't even in stock on Amazon, so we can put whatever price we want on there. But chances are we try to move the product fast, so we're not going to put like crazy prices on there. We'll probably put like, I don't know, depending on the theme, we'll probably put like $60. See what happens. But yeah, so we did today. We did some FBA, had a couple sales this morning. We haven't really touched on that. We kind of did in our last video 10 minutes ago. But we'll just go through it again. Sold a hockey card today. I didn't pay. I have tons of hockey cards. Anyone who knows me out there knows I've been collecting hockey cards since I was in grade 3. My dad used to always take us down to the local comic store, and we'd always be buying comics and hockey cards, but I still have tons of them left. And over the years, you just constantly go to the thrift stores and they sell little packets, and there's like 10 cards, and once in a while you'll go through. And another story, another true story, went into a Value Village, and I was really into hockey cards at this point in time, and I was flipping through, but they're in the pack, so you can't really see. So I just kind of moved it around the pack, and I saw the outline that it was an older card, and I thought, okay, well, it's an older card, and so for like $2.99 for like 50 cards, and there's an older card in here, let's take a gamble. So I took a gamble, got out into the car, and I opened it up, and it was a Mario Lemieux rookie card. So I think I sold that for like, what, $300 or something like that on eBay. I didn't want to sell it. I wanted to keep it. Lemieux was my favorite player, but I don't know. As you become a seller, I always was a collector, but now that I'm a seller, I get things in that I think I should keep this. This is so cool. And I keep it, and then after, a month or two, it's like, I'm going to sell it because I'm going to make money on it. So what used to be an obsession with collecting is now an obsession with selling and flipping. So I'm not going to say I don't keep some things. We do have some things here, but for the most part we flip everything. We definitely don't have 63 boxes of stuff that I'm keeping just because I like it, that's for sure. So yeah, if anybody's out there, say we have a few watchers, so let's get some comments. Somebody say hi, send me a question.
We got a thumbs up.
Where do you work? What do you do? Do you flip? A friend of mine, Tony, I saw he just liked it there on Facebook. I know he was telling me that he likes to do thrifting, and he actually doesn't have to buy a lot of his stuff. Where he is, there's a store that just kind of is a donation store, and you can walk in there, and if you want something, you can just take it. And he's walked in there a couple times and found some pretty good treasures, and that are worth some money. So I told him we were going to come up and visit him this year and hang out for a little while, do some thrifting, and maybe we'll do a YouTube video, me, Tony, Crystal, and Tony's girlfriend, and yeah, we'll make a cool video out of that, way up north in the bush. That'll be fun. Yeah, so other than that, we're just plugging away. Today we were out, like I was saying, thrifting, buying, blah, blah, blah. But I think tomorrow's going to be a stay-at-home day. Tomorrow, definitely. We've now created a new workspace for us here, and we have more room to work. Actually, we do have to go out because we do have a few things to mail. Oh, somebody else is live on YouTube. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna stay in. I want to really focus on this FBA. I want to get it out. I want to get the stuff to Amazon. get that rolling. We have bought a few things from offshore, coming in from China, and some pretty cool stuff. And we're going to be FBAing that. Hopefully, we'll get some good margins out of that. We're gonna try it.
Yeah.
The thing, yeah, see how it goes. The thing in this business is trial and error. Try it. I don't know. You don't know what's going to happen if you don't try. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And you guys will be with us every step of the way. We'll let you know when there's a sale. We'll let you know. I'm just getting started with eBay and Amazon. I hope to make some money. Just getting started with eBay and Amazon. Nice. eBay is great. eBay has been like my main income now for 16 years. Even when I worked at the flea market, that's what I did. I posted 25 items a day, and a minimum of 25 items a day. And we were also doing, here in Canada, we have Kijiji. In the States, it's Craigslist. I was also putting some stuff on there, but for the majority, I would say eBay was definitely, it was awesome for when I first started, and I was just pounding it on eBay, like maybe 30, 40 items a day. And I made the company I was working for, the flea market, so much money that the owner was able to take his whole family to Florida to Disney World for Christmas. And the owner's partner went out and bought a brand new bass boat. So it was pretty cool. You know, I only got a commission, so I didn't get a boat or anything, any trips or anything. But still, the commission was good. But as far as eBay and Amazon, that's what we do. Also try Etsy. If you have anything vintage, definitely get it onto Etsy as well. You can take all those things and just cross-reference them. So get it on your eBay, get it on your Etsy, and then get it on Amazon. And as soon as it sells, you just got to yank it off all the other sites. But it's kind of whoever gets to it first gets to it. So there is money to be made. Like I was saying, I've been doing eBay for 16 years, and just started Amazon in August. And I didn't know how that was going to go. I didn't even know I could do Amazon until I started watching some of these guys on YouTube, and they were doing well on it. So I started it, and I used to own a comic book store, and I must have pounded on 2,000 comics thinking I was doing good. And man, by the time they took the fees out and everything, I was paying them to take my comics. So I ended up ending all those Amazon listings. But Amazon for sure, it can be good. The scanning app is the best thing anyone in reselling can have. You just walk in, scan the barcode, boom, that's it. With eBay, you have to have a bit more of a knowledge. Yes, just got to learn how to price the items. The best thing is research. If you're at the thrift store and you have your cell phone on you, you can just type in the item. Today we saw this weird space looking thing. We didn't know what it was, but anything that looks weird, we look it up. And
you
so
just by the model number, right?
Yeah, so we just put in the model number, and up it came. Well, not it, but similar ones to it, and they were going for $350. So it was right there in the store. We looked it up right there in the store, and there you go, $350. Threw it in the cart. We paid $6.99 for it, and away we go. It didn't have a power adapter, but we had one here, so we tested it, and it's pretty cool. It works. Also did that a couple weeks ago with a fax machine. It was a little box that goes onto your big giant copier in the office. It just looked weird, so I brought out my phone, put it in eBay, because those kind of things, you put it on Amazon, and they really restrict you. That's one thing you're going to learn, is that Amazon will only let you list certain things, where eBay's kind of like, they call it the Wild West. Put whatever you want on, go for it. So I would always say look it up. If it doesn't have a barcode, look it up on eBay first. And it's right there in the store. You don't even have to buy it. And this is the advantage as well. So hear me when I say this. The older people, the pickers, the vintage guys who are used to doing this as a living, but from years back, they don't have the technology. They have phones, but they have the flip phones. They have, phones that aren't on the internet. They just want to make a phone call with them. So you have the advantage being, a new seller in an age with cell phones where you can scan with your Amazon app. You can look it up on your eBay app. I wouldn't suggest looking it up on Etsy. Etsy's more just sell your vintage stuff on there. I don't really use it as a reference. It's just kind of another, like we were saying today.
Just another outlet to
Yeah, just another
source
outlet.
our inventory.
Put a line out in the water, right? So you got eBay's one line, you got Amazon.com's one line, you've got Amazon.ca's one line. They want us to start selling. They keep bugging us to sell in Mexico. I don't know. Every time I go to that, it comes up with Mexican word. I don't know Mexican language, but maybe we'll dabble in Mexico. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the big wall going up. I don't know. Yeah. So, anyways, there's another line in the water, and Etsy is just another line in the water. Do your local stuff. For the longest time, Kijiji, I would sell stuff. And sometimes I would even barter with the people, and I would have it at, like, say, $80. It says our video output is low, not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Huh. I don't know. But sometimes, yeah, we would... Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. But... Oh, drop something.
No, I'm kicking something.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah, so what was I saying? Just lines in the water. Local sales. I didn't have any faith in local sales. I would put something on for $80. Somebody would offer me like $15. So, I would come back at, say, 60, and then he would come back at 40, and we'd meet at the middle at 50, and I'd say, great, okay, so $50. Let's do it for 50. Where do you want to meet? And then he wouldn't even write back, so... Up with the new things, love my scanning apps. Yes, that's right. And that's just it. Like, if you're new to the business, like you say you're new to the business, you have the edge. I know these pickers. Like I said, I worked at the flea market, and a lot of the vendors, I would say 90% of the vendors at the flea market didn't even sell online. They would come to the office, and they would ask me to look at the item up for them. So they didn't really know what they had. They just knew it was kind of different and whatever. But if you have a cell phone, if you use your computer like these people weren't, you've got the edge. Just like people would come in every day, and it was just like that TV show Pawn Stars. People would come in and say, I've got this, what will you give me for it? Well, you go to the computer, you look it up on eBay, and you figure out what it's worth and come up with a price from there. Now, if you weren't using a computer, you didn't have a cell phone, you would be guessing just as much as them, and you might be $100 into something that you think is worth $100, and it's worth nothing. That's a big mistake that I made when I first started out in the markets, was thinking, like, say, a record. You'd see like just a regular Eric Clapton record, or a regular, I don't know, BTO record, and you would think, wow, this is a famous band, this is going to be worth some money, I better buy it, and I'm going to make a lot of money on it. And you find out it's worth $2. In mint condition, still sealed, maybe $5. But, what I've learned is it's the obscure stuff. Look for the weird stuff. We sold a record, it would have been, I haven't really worked for the market in a while, but the last record I sold at the market was I forget the name of the band. It was I don't know, it was a weird one, but it was like a death medley, really kind of rocky kind of record, and that record sold for $600, and I never even heard of them. It's because it's obscure. We say sells best on eBay. That is so hard to not textbooks.
Yes, that's what doesn't sell. Yeah.
eBay is everything and anything. If you just look it up, I mean, I spent the last 16 years, just when I'm bored, I load up eBay on my phone and I'll just type in blue plate. And if you look up Flow blue plate, you'll see they're on there for a couple $100. You are at the thrift store, you see a beer stein, and you think it's worth maybe $20, $30. I've sold them for $300-400. It all depends on what you have, what you get, and that's where the research comes in. You can sell pretty much anything on there. We're buying stuff from the dollar store, and we're paying $10 for a little stack of things, and we're selling that for $30. people want books that you have at your dollar store that they don't have at their dollar store. But they're also looking for the books from the 1800s, and they're going for hundreds of dollars as well. So it all depends on how many of those items are online at that point in time as well. On Amazon, if you have a book on there and you're the only one, you might get $100 for it. If there's 30 people selling them and the prices have dropped, you're going to get $20 for it. So availability is a big thing as well. But when I started at the market, they were giving me items to put on eBay, and I was looking at them like, you guys are nuts. For one thing, Krista will tell you, you remember those old Sony Walkmans? They were yellow. You probably remember those. You would walk by those all day long in a thrift store thinking they're worth nothing. Who wants tapes anymore? Everything's CDs and MP3s and digital. No one even wants the CD players. But if you look it up, you will see those yellow Walkmans go. We sell them for $40, $50. I just sold a broken one.
Yeah.
The knobs were busted off of it, and we got $50 for it. It worked. It did play the tapes, and it did play the radio, but the volume and the tuning knobs were snapped off. We got $50 for it. So it all depends on just what it is.
Those framed paint by numbers.
Paint by numbers.
Yeah.
You remember those paint by numbers that were really big in the 70s, maybe even the late 60s, that nowadays you would walk by and just kind of laugh at? Well, tell them the story about the Cougars or the Panthers.
The Panthers.
Yeah.
It was 2 Panthers, I think. Yeah, I think I just picked them up, and then you were amazed because you're like, those will sell, and I'm like, what? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we bought them, and they sold. Not it was quick.
Yep. We bought them for $2, $1.
They were a little bit more than that. I think
really?
they were $5 each or something like that.
So we paid $5, and
but you sold them for $70.
we accepted a best offer of $70. So something that you would think nobody in the world would want, they want it. So keep your eyes open. And you know what I did? When we were in the store, I quickly looked up Panthers paint by numbers, and they came up $100, $120. So we put ours at $100, I think it was, and accepted a best offer of $70. Undercutting, that's a big thing as well. Try to be competitive. That's how Walmart's kicking butt out there, is because they're competitive with the pricing.
Mm-hmm.
Does your item from the dollar store come with the price on the package? There's 2 different ways, okay? So the dollar stores here, there is the packaging. So the dollar store actually will source from China themselves, and they will have their little green $2 sign, $4 sign put right into the packaging. So if you cannot peel that sticker off, you're kind of done. You can't sell that product. What you have to look for is the roll of stickers that they get the item and they stick it onto the actual item. Because when you get home, you can peel that sticker off. That's about it, really. If it's in the packaging and you can't get it off, and you can't really do anything about it. So look for those. It leaves a film. I hate stickers, whether it's from the Value Village or the Goodwill or blah blah blah, the dollar store. When you get those stickers off, you're sometimes puncturing holes in the bag. You're scratching something. And I really didn't want to spend any extra money on a product that would remove the goop, but I did. I bought, it's called Gooby Gone, so a little bit of a plug there for them. And a little bit of Gooby Gone, believe it or not, will take that off. So I just kind of peel the sticker off as good as I can. And then once I get it off as much as I can, just a little bit of Gooby Gone, and I just kind of rub it with a Kleenex or a paper towel and just let it soak in. And after about 30 seconds, just use your fingernail, it comes right off. So that's what I did. That's what we do, actually. The items we bought today, it is actually on the packaging, but what we're gonna do is, I think it's right around the top. It's like so close to the top, the little dollar store thing. I can actually cut a straight line and take off that, and it wouldn't even be noticeable. It's not a big deal at all. So there's ways around things. When I owned a sports store, somebody ordered, it was a Calgary Flames poker set off me. And when I ordered it in from my supplier to fulfill my customer's order, I noticed that the box was kind of damaged up around the top. So it was the C for the Calgary Flames. So what I did was I just cut around the C, and the person got it and they loved it, and they didn't see the damage, because I would have had to send it back, get another one, then wait and tell the customer to wait. What's that?
I'm moving the table.
Oh yeah, we're shaking the table. So yeah, just, I wouldn't recommend cutting around it. That was just kind of a new thing. We're gonna try that, see how that goes. If it doesn't work out, hey, it's from the dollar store, we'll use it. But yeah, as far as sticky glue goes, the Gooby Gone was really good, so try that. I'm sure there's other products out there, but that's what we use. I bought a lot of razor blades last summer at a garage sale.
Yeah, they all had stickers.
They all had stickers. So
not just one sticker. There was some of them have 3 or 4 stickers on them.
Yeah, they were discounted. So the original price tag was on it, and so it was actually. I might even have one kicking around. Yeah, I don't know.
I think we threw them in a box.
Oh, I got the box over there. Anyways, I paid $10 for, I think we got about 70 of these things. And so it started off $45 for the razor. And then they discounted it from that down to $30. So they put another sticker on. Then it went from $30 down to $15, and then $15. And every time was a sticker. So now we got all these stickers. It looks like an old Volkswagen with bumper stickers all over it. So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I figured, as I sell one by one on eBay, Amazon forbid me from selling them. So I put them on eBay, and I've been selling them awesome. And but what I was doing was, every time I would sell one, I would peel the stickers off. And it would take me a good 10-15 minutes to get the stickers off. But then we had a guy in Brooklyn, and he ordered 40 of them off of us, and he paid about $600-700 for an investment, half of our investment, that I only spent $10 on the whole box. So now I needed something to get these stickers off. So that's when I finally gave in and got the Gooby Gone, and it worked great. He didn't complain. He said it was great, and all was well. So yeah, just be careful with, if it is in a plastic bag, don't puncture the bag. Just get your Gooby Gone on there. Let it seep in a little bit, and then I just use my fingernail. Just watch it on allergic reaction. They do have warnings about that. I didn't, so, but just be careful, I guess. But yeah, other than that, keep the questions coming, and for sure we're here to help. Hunter is out there, and he's just starting his reselling business, and good luck to Hunter. And the Goodwill here in South Carolina, I'll put about 5 to 6 stickers on each item. Oh, that sucks, Hunter. So what you're going to have to do is, you're probably going to have to invest in some Gooby Gone, because using your fingernails to take off that many stickers is just going to be the worst. And after your first year reselling, you're going to not be happy with stickers. You're going to be where I'm at right now. But there's nothing you can do about it. That's what they do. What's worse is, I saw a Donald Trump tie. Here, I got one right here. So this is a Donald Trump tie. And what they did was, they took their staple gun, not staples, but it puts the
little plastic tag.
Yeah, the plastic tag that goes through there, and they stapled it right through the tie, so I couldn't buy that tie. Fortunately, on this one, they put it on the tag, so this one, there's still a little bit of a hole there, but it's not that bad. But when they put it right through the tie, it's like, why would you do that? Sometimes you just gotta wonder what's going on over there, but I don't know. Donald Trump ties are good right now. Keep your eye, if you're out at the Goodwills, keep your eye open for Donald Trump ties. I've sold one of them on the Facebook yard sale sites, and that's another thing. Even if you're not on Facebook, just get on Facebook and just join all the yard sale sites. You don't even have to friend anybody. It's another line in the water, and I laughed at the yard sale sites for a while. Put a bunch of things on there and couldn't sell anything, or anything that did sell was really low value. But then I wasn't doing a lot of sales on eBay at the moment, so I decided, well, I'm going to just try this yard sale thing. So all I did, when you're on eBay, you already have the pictures, you already have the description. All you have to do is load up your pictures on eBay, right click, save the pictures, save your best 5 pictures or whatever, and this works the same on Etsy. Save your best 5 pictures right off of eBay, copy your description, and then go to your yard sale site. In the title, just put your title in there, put your description in there, and the 5 pictures from your eBay already there. It takes roughly about 4 minutes to put one item on there. It's quick, and it is actually effective, believe it or not. I didn't think it was going to be, but it actually was, so that's good. But Etsy's the same thing. If it's slow on eBay, slow on Amazon, I will go into my eBay and I will copy items from eBay and just paste them into Etsy. And believe it or not, Etsy is like a community. It's not really like eBay. You actually make friends and you can follow people and people follow you. And I've built a relationship with a few people who have actually come back and bought a few different things from me, where on eBay they just buy the one thing. This is more of a community, so try that. Anything vintage. Go take a look. Just look around Etsy. It's free to sign up. The fees are lower, and when you post an item, it lasts longer. Like eBay's 30 days. On Etsy, I think it's like 60 or 90 days, and it's cheaper fees. So definitely, make your money there. But yeah, maybe we'll wrap this up. No problem, Hunter. We love helping you out. Thanks for being involved in the chat tonight. That's great. We know everything's kind of working now. So if you ever have any questions, we're on Facebook again under Reseller Life, the same as our Facebook or our YouTube channel. So get on there and shoot us a message, and or leave it on our Facebook or on our YouTube channel, and we'll definitely get back to you with any hurdles, because there's going to be hurdles. There's hurdles for all of us. It's just a matter of learning how to go about doing things, and the tricks. The tricks and the shortcuts, that's the big thing. So we're here to help you with all that stuff. We'll save you the aggravation that we went through. So yeah, all right. Well, you have a good night, Hunter, and for everybody else tuned in, thanks for coming in and watching us. And
thanks for the thumbs up.
Yeah, that's great. Really appreciate it. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have another vlog up. See what's going on tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be an inside day. We're going to get this FBA going and maybe ship those few items and go from there. So thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Like, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
Yeah. Okay. Have a good night, everybody.